Hey guys, I'm Gabby Wallace. This is Go Natural English. In this video, I'm going to talk about making an outline for your research paper. So why would you want to write an outline? I mean, isn't it better just to not waste that time and get started right away writing your paper? I think an outline is kind of like making a blueprint for your house. If you don't have an architect design the blueprint for your house, you just start laying bricks and start making your house, yeah, you can still build a house. But the chance of messing up and having to go back and redo something is greater because you didn't have some way of organizing the way that you're going to build your house. So anyway, that house metaphor is really just to say that if you spend the time making an outline for your paper, it will actually help you because it's going to help you to structure your paper, make it easier, give you a base, and then you just fill in the details. So one of my teachers in the past told me that an outline is like a skeleton. It's like the bones inside your body. And then the details or the supporting facts are the meat. So they make, they make the person. They make an interesting paper. So on the board, I have an example of how you might organize an outline. Always begin with your thesis. So what are you writing about? What is the point that you're trying to make in your paper? So at this point, you're ready to write your outline, which means you need to be ready with your thesis. Okay, then you begin with your first point. Your first point, second point, third point, depending on how long your paper is, you might have several main points. So those are indicated with Roman numerals, 1, 2, 3, right? For the length of paper that I've assigned my students, 6 to 8 pages, it's not that long, so 3 major points is probably fine. Oh, plus, up here where you state your thesis, you would write an introduction paragraph, and at the end, after your outline points, you would write a concluding paragraph. So that's going to add to the length of your paper. But right now, don't worry about how long your paper is going to be. Right now, we need to worry about your main points, how they support your thesis, and then your supporting points, how they support your main points. So let's take a look at how we would write an outline. So we have main point 1. A, B, and C are directly related to your main point, number 1, and they should support that point. Give some kind of argument that would support your idea. So you can actually get more detailed. For example, A1, and even more detailed, A1, A, or A1B, C, etc. So you can keep going. Always make a period after your letters or numbers. But this is the main pattern. So main point in a Roman numeral, supporting points in a capital letter, supporting point for that supporting point in regular number, so Arabic number, and a supporting detail, fact, example, etc. for that in a lowercase letter, right? So you could go on and on with details and supporting evidence, but we're going to stop there. But you can make as many as you need to. It's so important that you do support your ideas with supporting evidence, with statistics, facts, stories, examples, logical reasons. All of these items will make your paper convincing. And as I've talked about in some of my other videos, it's so important to cite where you got that information. So any fact or example that's not common knowledge needs to be cited. All right, and you can find out how to cite in some of my other videos, but that's a whole nother topic that this video won't address. So right now we're just looking at how to make an outline. There are two different ways that you could make your outline. You could write just words, like let's say my main point one is benefits of online videos for learning. Okay, so those are just topic words. It's not a complete sentence. The other way that I could write my outline is to write a complete sentence. It's up to you or up to your teacher which way you use, but it can be helpful in the long run if you write a complete sentence, because before you know it, you're going to have several sentences already written for your paper. So you might want to start with a topic word and then develop them into sentences, or just go for it and start writing sentences on your outline. I think the most important point to get from this video is that your outline goes from main points to supporting points. Another way to look at this is to think about a tree, right? So you have your main point, 1, and then a supporting point, we'll call it A, another supporting point, B, another supporting point, C, and so on. From here, you can have a point that supports A, and that would be 1, supporting point 2, and then points to support B as well, and so on. Now, if you actually get to the point where you have support for these, that's going to be your A, B, C, D, etc. Okay, so you can see how each sentence should support and be directly related to the one before it. All right? How many of these you use depends on the length of your paper and how much information you can find. One other thing to mention is that where you put different information also depends on how significant or relevant it is to your paper or the point you're trying to make. So the less important the point, the lower it is on this tree, or the lower it is in this outline. So less important information and more important information, or main points. All right. So again, think of your outline as the bones or the blueprint for your paper. Give yourself a strong base and organize your paper before you start typing away with all the details and support that are going to make your paper amazing. All right, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.